Hello everyone and welcome back. Here we have game number 2 of the matchup between Ares and ChrisGrimm. Ares chose Gunma Field for his map, so he'll be moving out here. A little different setup than we saw in the last battle. He has his Great Guard, and off in the trees, one other Yari cavalry. Other than that, a pretty solid mix of Nodachis, Katanas, and Naginatas. No missile units besides the one Matchlock Samurai. ChrisGrimm, on the other hand, has brought 2 Matchlocks this time. A lot of Katanas, just like in the last one. No hero, and a bunch of Yaris, too. How much cavalry was yet to be seen, as they're still hiding in the forest. We see 1 light cavalry. We'll see what else he manages to pull out for this battle. There are 2 capturable buildings. Looks like he's trying to get the workshop early, but the 2 great guards there are going to pretty much deter any sort of action there. But if he runs now, if he puts his whole force there, he could end up capturing it. Looks like we have a Yari cavalry who might be going for the farmhouse, but no, he's pulling back. So looks like he's going to ignore the farmhouse, even though it would be pretty much a free building that I might take and try and get every advantage I can going into this battle, because this is a lot of swords, and so it's going to be very dangerous, I think, for Ares to engage lightly in this. He does have a few Nodachis and Naginata monks that could get off a good charge, and a war cry would be huge, but I don't know, I think the infantry advantage is definitely in ChrisGrimm's favor. So we'll have to see. Ooh, actually, we have a bow cavalry here. Just 1, though. Hitting the matchlocks. So, like I said, matchlocks aren't as big of a priority target as they used to be. They used to be back in the day. If the enemy had matchlocks, you could not even engage the enemy until they were off the field and annihilated, because you just couldn't have an infantry fight if you were just getting rained on by matchlock bullets. You just couldn't do it. But not anymore. Especially in classic battles, it doesn't really work like that. So they aren't the targets that they used to be. Naginata Samurai in loose formation is going to be up in the front. Looks like he had him there just to be a distraction for bows and matchlocks, and it seems to be working pretty well. Only lost 21 men in that volley, despite being shot at by a matchlock samurai. Shooting again into the Naginatas, it seems. Yeah, he just wants to get those guys off the field, and the bow cavalry, or the Yari cavalry, is actually going right at it into the matchlock samurai. Gonna try and just do a lot of damage early. A light cavalry, too, is getting caught up in the mix. We'll see if this does any real damage. Already lost over half of his men, so it might not do that much damage. Going to be wavering here. Let's see how much he did. Light cavalry is about half dead. The Ariashigaru lost a few men, but other than that, not a very big attack, except the matchlocks took about half damage, so I don't think it was worth it, though, to sacrifice a whole Yari cavalry just to hurt the matchlocks. Now for the workshop, looks like nobody's going to get it. Both armies are in the range, and nobody's going to be getting a building in this battle, it seems, unless they want to break someone off to go get the farmhouse, which at this point would probably be kind of silly. Naginata Samurai are just taking it like champs. Lost about half of their men. Always fun to zoom in a little bit. Ares seems to be shifting his forces around, trying to get a good angle of attack against the matchlocks. That's what I'm guessing that he's trying to do. ChrisGrimm is also redeploying. Ares matchlocks are spread out nice and thin, just how you want them on the flank. Maybe trying to get some shots in on the cavalry. And ooh, ChrisGrimm's going to be devoting his Great Guard to battle here. I'm not sure that's a good idea, though. With the spears here to help out, it could work out very much in his favor. You can get the Great Guard cleaned up off the field. That would be a nice advantage for ChrisGrimm, because he has the infantry advantage. So there is 1 Katana cavalry left for Ares, way over there on the western flank. Great Guard's going to be gone for ChrisGrimm here in a second. Great Guard still standing strong, down to 40 and 23 men for Ares. This one's still fine at 38, 110 men in there in that Yari Ashigaru, but the matchlocks are having a field day just shooting into ChrisGrimm's forces. They don't have a very good angle, though, because of the Naginata warrior monks. They're standing away. They actually lost about half their men right now, so not going to be terribly effective. Katanas seem to be moving up, maybe to make a piecemeal attack here. Maybe to bait the Nodachis out, and since he's moving around, he might just be trying to bait the Nodachis into a bad charge. We'll see. Yeah, don't even get Banzai off, so not going to be a great charge there for the Nodachis. But they did kill about 30 men, so it wasn't as bad as maybe it should have been at that bad angle against a thinly spread enemy. The Ariashgar are going to go down here soon to the Naginata monks, who are at 45 men. Matchlocks don't really have much of a shot right now. We're trying to move into a better position. More Yaris here on the side, just to be watching out for the cavalry, because this is a bow cavalry, still 60 men. With their charge, they could still do a decent job of causing at least a morale shock, which could be just enough turn to his favor. But the infantry battle seems to have started, with the matchlock samurai going in first and taking the brunt of the assault. Katana Samurai are moving up too. ChrisGrimm seems to be wanting to devote his forces to one big attack like he didn't do in the last one, which he may be kicking himself over. So he is moving his men up. They're going to get caught here on the Matchlock Samurai, so it's a good idea, I think, to put them up front to sort of take that and block that charge a little bit. We see Banzai, Inspire, Rally, all popped here for Ares, and Inspire for ChrisGrimm going down too. Looks like the crux of the battle is going to be right here in the middle, the Nodachi versus the Katana Samurai. Look on this side too, the Matchlocks are just tearing down everything in their path. They have 80 kills over here. The Yari is just getting cleaned up on that side. And ChrisGrimm's front is getting battered pretty hard. Katana Samurai at 70 men and wavering. Where's his general? All the way over here in stand and fight. So far away from the left flank where it kind of needs to be more centralized. Yari Ashigaru just gone already. 115 men, must have been a war cry I thought I heard. Katana Samurai routing too, and Ares is going to power his way through the middle here. Hardly any cavalry. Wasn't even any cavalry flanking at all in that battle, really. Just both sides meeting head-on and trying to maneuver around each other, but they just kind of met in the middle, and it's going to be a nice, just little grinded-out fest. Great guard at 12 men moving in there. Sorry about the frame rate seems to be going down right now. Really apologize for that. I tried restarting Fraps. It doesn't seem to be doing much good, so maybe I'll try it one more time. So ChrisGrimm's line is still holding pretty well, especially here along the right. Nodachis are getting hurt pretty bad, but still good numbers for both sides. It's anyone's game at this point. The bow cavalry coming in, hitting the Ashigaru from the rear could cause a chain rout, so trying to commit as many cavalry units as he can, which really there are only 2 left on the field besides the generals. 3 actually. There's Great Guard, a Katana cavalry, and a bow cavalry, all for Ares, so ChrisGrimm losing all of his cavalry at a bad time is not going to be able to turn this infantry battle with cavalry units. He's got to win this battle right here, but the war cries are going down now. Morale is starting to slip here for ChrisGrimm, so it's getting down to the wire, and a big cavalry charge would be huge right now, but he just doesn't have any left. Yari Ashigaru trying to flank around it too and be as big of a shock as they can be, or as little shock as they can afford. Looks like they're going to stand through the war cry. Stand firm is active, so that's going to hold on for ChrisGrimm on this side a little more. It's still pretty close though. The battle result is up in the air though. It seems like Ares does have the advantage. Still has the bow cavalry, which he probably should be trying to flank around right about now. Katana cavalry is only 15 men over here on this side, so definitely still going to be close. We have wavering now for the Naginata monks. So the morale bars seem to be favoring Ares a little bit. He's mostly in the green, and Chris is slipping into the yellow, orange, even the red. So, ooh, and this flank is just going to start collapsing. Few units routing right away. There they go. Bam, bam. And the red mass wavering on ChrisGrimm's side. Looks like Ares is going to pull out the sweep 2-0. Just 1 unit left here as a Katana hero for ChrisGrimm. Can they hold out? Not likely. There's just too many men left for Ares. Was not able to get his cavalry around, and so Ares is going to win this one, it seems. Still 18 men and fighting admirably, but there's just not going to be enough. In the meantime, Ares did capture their workshop, so that'll help a little bit. 15 men. Gotta say, it's pretty brave of them. Oh, there they go. They routed. So, looks like Ares takes the series 2-0. See you back on the main menu for a little bit of commentary. So, congratulations to Ares taking the series 2-0, winning that last battle there on his home field at Gunma Field. Pretty obvious why he chose that map. The flat map, just wanted to do a frontal assault with a lot of infantry, managed to use his cavalry and nice little flanking maneuvers there to pull Chris just out of position enough to get the better of the initial engagement, and then just ended up wearing him down. So Ares taking the series 2-0. Great match there between the two of them. ChrisGrimm going down to the losers bracket, Ares moving on to the winners bracket, and we're so close to the end of winners round 1. Can't wait to see the last couple matchups. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.